Welcome to our story today. Please, find a comfortable place to sit. Imagine we are sitting together beside a warm, crackling fire. The air around us is soft and calm. We are still sitting by that same fire. The stars in the night sky seem a little dim tonight. There is a different kind of fragrance in the air today. From the pages of history, I am going to tell you a love story sharper than any sword. It is the story of a queen whose beauty was famous throughout India. It is the story of a Rajput warrior who embraced death with a smile to protect his honor. And it is the story of a sultan who was himself consumed and turned to ashes by the fire of this love and honor. This is the story of Padmini of Chittor. Many, many years ago, in the mountainous region of Rajasthan, there was the kingdom of Mewar, and the heart of Mewar was the unconquerable fort of Chittor. Conquering this massive fortress was nearly impossible. Perched on a hilltop, this fort seemed to speak with the clouds. There lived Rana Bhim Singh, a powerful but kind king. But he is not the hero of our story. The hero of the story is not a king. The heroine is a celestial nymph, Princess Padmini of the island of Singhala, Sri Lanka. Her real name was Padmavati, but her beauty was so unique that everyone called her Padmini. It was said that she looked as if God himself had painted her with a brush. The kohl in her eyes, the grace of her smile, everything combined to make her a living embodiment of beauty. But there was just one thing missing in her happy life. Padmini had a talking parrot. His name was Hiraman. One day, Hiraman flew away, far, far away. Eventually, flying and flying, he arrived at the royal palace of Chittor. King Bhim Singh was captivated when he saw the bird. The parrot then gave the king such a vivid description of his queen's beauty that King Bhim Singh fell in love with that unseen queen. Just like the story of the Taj Mahal, the tale of an elusive love began here. The king journeyed to Singhala. When he arrived, he saw that the parrot's description was pale. Padmini was 1,000 times more beautiful. Overcoming many obstacles, performing intense penance as a devotee of Lord Shiva, he finally won Padmini's hand. Padmini became the queen of Mewar. Once again, a bird ignited fire in the peaceful life of Chittor, but this time the bird was different. One day, a famous singer and poet arrived at the royal court of Chittor. His name was Raghuchetan. He was so mesmerized by the wealth of Chittor and the beauty of Queen Padmini that on his return he began describing the unimaginable beauty of Chittor to the Sultan of Delhi, Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji. Just the mention of his name made history tremble. He was ambitious, cruel, and power-hungry. He was a worshipper of power. When Raghuchetan told him of Padmini's beauty, a fire of greed ignited in Alauddin's heart. Not just gold and silver, now he desired the most beautiful woman in the world. In 1303, Alauddin Khilji set out to Chittor with his massive army. Upon arriving, he saw that the fort of Chittor was truly unconquerable. He laid siege to Chittor for months, but inside, King Bhim Singh and his Rajput soldiers fought like tigers. No one surrendered. Finally, one day, Alauddin devised a cunning plan. He sent a message of peace to Chittor fort. He said, "I only wish to meet King Bhim Singh. I have heard of Queen Padmini's beauty. I only wish to see her reflection in a mirror. In exchange, I will lift the siege of Chittor." What a shameless proposal! But the Rajputs are extremely hospitable. King Bhim Singh brought Alauddin inside the fort.
He seated him in a special chamber and arranged a mirror room. In that mirror, he saw the reflection of Queen Padmini. Just one glimpse, that was enough for him. His greed intensified. He realized that without this woman, his life was worthless. But this was not the end. While leaving, Alauddin treacherously took King Bhim Singh hostage. He sent a message, "Send Padmini to my harem, and only then will I return your king." Now the question was love or honor. If Padmini went to Alauddin to save the king, her honor would be lost. And if she didn't go, her husband would die. Padmini thought for a while. Then she made a strange decision. She sent a message to Alauddin. "I am coming, but I will not come alone. I will have thousands of my maidservants with me. We will all come in palanquins. You keep your soldiers away." Alauddin agreed. His dream was about to come true. On the appointed day, the gates of Chittor fort opened. Hundreds of closed palanquins emerged from within. Each palanquin looked exactly the same. Alauddin's soldiers stood at a distance and watched. As the palanquins neared the Sultan's camp, suddenly sharp swords emerged from inside the palanquins. Those palanquins did not contain the queen's maidservants, but Rajput warriors. They were a band of brave soldiers sent to rescue King Bhim Singh. A fierce battle ensued. Rescuing King Bhim Singh, the warriors rushed quickly towards the Chittor fort. But by then it was too late. Alauddin's vast army surrounded them. Many warriors were martyred, but King Bhim Singh, with a handful of soldiers, managed to return to the Chittor fort. Alauddin's rage knew no bounds. He realized the queen had fooled him. He vowed he would not rest until Chittor was destroyed. The siege of the fort began again, but this time the situation was even direr. Although the Rajput soldiers fought with all their might, food and water began to run out. One day, Rana Bhim Singh understood that defeat was certain. Then began the most tragic chapter in history. The Rajputs wanted to die fighting, but they did not want to be captured and dishonored. They knew Alauddin's victory was certain. Queen Padmini made her decision. She gave her husband, King Bhim Singh, permission to go to war, and she prepared herself for an unprecedented sacrifice. All the women of Chittor, from the queen mother to the little girls, all dressed in white garments. They wiped the vermilion from their foreheads. They prepared a massive pyre. In Rajput history, this is called Jauhar. When defeat is certain, Rajput women would sacrifice themselves by jumping into the fire to protect their honor, so that the enemy could never touch them. King Bhim Singh and his Rajput soldiers opened the main gate of the fort and charged out. They fell upon Alauddin's army. The battle was fierce, but the Rajput soldiers' goal was not victory. Their goal was death. They fought until the flames of the fire rose into the sky from within. Just then, smoke began to rise from the royal palace of Chittor. Leaping flames touched the sky. Queen Padmini and the other women of Chittor had jumped into the fire with honor. They knew their husbands, sons, and brothers had attained martyrdom. There was no meaning left in living. When King Bhim Singh saw this fire, he smiled. His queen had saved him once. Now she had kept her promise. The king breathed his last on the battlefield. When Alauddin Khilji entered the Chittor fort, there was only burnt earth and ashes. The queen for whom he had fought so hard never let him see her. She had offered herself to the goddess of fire. Alauddin conquered only a dead, burnt fortress. The result of his greed was empty hands and a tarnished history. If you enjoyed listening to stories like this, please hit the like button on the video, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Even today, standing amidst the ruins of Chittorgarh in Rajasthan, one feels as if the warmth of that Jauhar fire still lingers in the air. Queen Padmini never went to Alauddin's palace. She went to the Palace of Fire. She proved that a woman's self-respect, a Rajput queen's chastity, is greater than any sultan's military might. King Bhim Singh's love was for his queen, and Queen Padmini's love was for her king, her culture, and her land. Just as the Taj Mahal is a unique symbol of love, this burnt soil of Chittor is also a symbol of sacrifice, valor, and unwavering love. The fire died out long ago, but the flame of this story still burns bright. This was the story of Padmini, the Queen of Chittor. I hope that, like the Taj Mahal, this story too will leave a mark on your heart.